Hello fellow Virgos and welcome to my channel. This is Glamour Spell Tarot and this is going to be your July 2020 love and relationships reading. I'm very curious what energies will come out because I'm a Virgo as well. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. I'm going to pick up a card and that's going to be the energy crowning this reading. Once we get more into details, we are using different tarot decks and oracle decks as usual, right? Keep in mind that the energies can be interchangeable or vice versa. Use common sense and take what resonates, leave the rest. But enough talking, let's pick up the card. Le Mort. Okay, now don't freak out. It can mean a lot of things. This is somehow the equivalent of the death card in the tarot. But you know what, guys? Stay with me. We'll get into it. My beautiful Virgos, the card that came out for you from the New Orleans Tarot deck is Le Mort. This is a card that speaks about change and transformation. But this is also a very powerful card in this deck. And is a card that promises messages from beyond. And in general, when this card comes out, most probably a sacrifice is needed. Okay, a sacrifice for the Loa, a sacrifice for the spirit. And in Voodoo tradition, it's all about giving food and something to drink for the dead, for the ones that are remembered and that are not remembered, and the ones that want to pass messages for you during this reading. So what I have done, I have actually brought a cup of coffee with coconut milk. And in general, what the ritual implies, as I drink this, the Loa will speak through me. The spirit guides are going to speak through me during this reading. So this is something very new for me because I've been reading on the Voodoo tradition and on the sacrifices that they make and so on and so forth. In general, are very benign. Whatever you see in the movies or it's not always related to blood sacrifices, you know. And unless you hunt your own food, it makes no sense to make blood sacrifices. This is what is being told, okay? And as I don't hunt my own food, and I also think it's the spirit of my grandma, who was extremely, extremely intuitive, and she had this telepathic powers. It was absolutely ridiculous how powerful she was. As a kid, we couldn't lie anything to her because she knew the truth before we opened our mouths. So, and she used to enjoy coffee a lot. Where I grew up, we didn't have coconut milk at that point, but I'm trying to make healthier choices in my life. I already don't drink a lot of coffee. I'm trying not to. My heart fills with joy every time I speak about my grandma, but she used to like this cafe au lait or Nescafe or stuff like that. She used to love that. So in this card here, you see the hands of the living reaching towards the spiritual realm, asking for guidance and promising a sacrifice for the dead, promising to feed and give to drink to the dead. And there are some that are reaching back and they are ready to take that promise, but there are others that just like hang out there and they're like, okay, I'm not interested in this. The messages you have to receive, they're not from me. So I pray that during this reading we are going to be protected by our angels and only spirits of love and light that are going to come and give us Virgos the messages that we need to hear. Okay? Blessed be. So I'm going to pick up a few messages from the You Plus Me Oracle deck. This is a deck I got in a little bookshop last time I was in Abu Dhabi. If you guys wonder where Abu Dhabi is, it's close to Dubai. It's close to Dubai. I like it better than Dubai, actually. I like it better because it's more local, it's more traditional. It's also where I have business, but that's a different story. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've already been super emotional for the Pisces reading. I think you Virgos are doing the same thing to me right now. Love is not finding someone to live with. It's finding someone you can't live without. I think that's why I've never got married until this point. It's very true that I have been traveling a lot and moving from one place to the other a lot. I lived 5 countries so far, traveled to more than 30, and this only in the past 15 years. Okay? So, but I've never found someone until recently that I can't live without. And I never wanted to, I've never felt the need to compromise and be with someone just because I didn't want to be alone. I'm very well on my own. I'm doing my own stuff. I enjoy my time. I enjoy my time alone. I even have friends that are telling me you are spending way too much time alone and you're not extremely sociable, which is true. But it's difficult for me to find people that I actually like and I actually connect with. And maybe when I was younger, I just wanted to be liked by everyone and everyone to adore me. But at this point in time, I feel no need for that. I feel that there are some very powerful... You guys know I'm a Virgo, right? I'm a Virgo sun. And I also have Virgo in another position in my chart, but I don't know exactly. I don't remember at this point where. Love is a friendship set to music. To me, it was always very important that the person that I'm with can be my best friend as well. I was talking yesterday to a very good friend of mine, and she was telling me love cannot be like that. You cannot have that constant adoration, and you cannot have that passion day in and day out. There will be days when you'll be so pissed off at the person you love that you don't want to see their face in front of you, but you still love them. That doesn't change. And she was telling me, like, love is an action. Love is an action rather than a feeling. Because you are going to feel multiple feelings during a love relationship. But the love will stay there. So this is very interesting. I'm sorry, guys. I actually had to interrupt a little bit the reading and get a hoodie on because I'm freezing, and I really wonder if the spirits that want to talk to us are here with us, but I'm having chills. It's this cold, I feel. So, and I also brought my Abyssinian necklace. This is a necklace of yin and yang. It has a dragon on it and phoenix bird. In Feng Shui, this is all about twin flames and soulmates. So I felt the need to bring it here. Abyssinian is a stone that increases psychic abilities. Okay, enough talking. Let me get a sip of coffee. And I'm using the Starman Tarot by Davide De Angelis. The moon, secrets, psychic abilities, heightened psychic abilities, fears, listening to your intuition. I feel that something has happened after the solar eclipse that is going to bring light to a situation that you are dealing with, Virgo. You see all these faces here. This looks to me like the Stonehenge, you know? There is a sense of enlightenment with the moon card, although the moon doesn't shed as much light as the sun does, right? But here it seems as if it's covering the sun. You see this? Like a total eclipse. Something has been happening during this eclipse. There is a sense of change, of transformation, information coming out. Things that have been hidden, they are ready to come out to light at this point. Get ready, Virgo, to receive some information you have been waiting for. We'll see what this is all about. Yeah, it's funny. The Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is all about confusion. So if in the past something was hidden, because with the Moon card there are secrets. That's exactly how I started leading this. There are secrets that didn't let you make a decision while knowing all of the facts, while having all of the information. And there has been a sense of confusion. Now I feel that is going to be shed light on it, because I also have the sun reflecting in a building right across from mine and is literally blinding me. Okay? Light is going to be shed on a situation. You see how much light is here out of a sudden? And here you have an embryo, a promise for a new life. When this confusion is going to lift, when you're going to find out what you have to find out, you are given the promise of a new life. You need strength, because here, in all of these little cups, you have the symbol of the eye of the tiger. And again, it's very interesting this comes out. And I mentioned the eye of the tiger. My grandma used to have a set with a bracelet and a ring. That's what I remember, at least. And I asked about it maybe a few months back. It wasn't something precious from a financial value perspective, but she used to have the set, the bracelet and the ring with the eye of the tiger stone. And when I remember that and I asked about it, it's when I actually got these two. We are being asked to use a lot of crystals during this reading, and I feel she's here, and I feel these messages. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to be a little bit all over the place during this reading, because it's going to be a very intense one. So we have the eye of the tiger. Is strength. You're required to have strength to move past all of this confusion. To move past all of this confusion here, to be able to listen to your intuition, to be able to see behind that curtain, to be able to see the things that have been hidden from you. They are going to start developing right in front of your eyes. Light is being shed on them as the sunlight comes now on all of these cards. Light, and you're getting a new life, basically. This is what I'm feeling. Love is not finding someone to live with. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is extremely intuitive. It's an individual that is extremely intuitive. It's an individual that doesn't listen to the noise from outside, because you see this TV that she's sitting on is broken. She doesn't want to listen to that. She wants to listen to the spirit, because there is a spirit that comes out. If you see here, there is a spirit that comes out from inside that broken TV. She's listening to her intuition. She's listening to her gut. She has gray hair, in a sense of, not because she's old, because you look at her face and she doesn't look old at all. Okay? But it's a sense that she gained the enlightenment. She went through all of the experiences that she had to go through, and she gained that enlightenment. She gained the experience. And you gain experience through going, when you go through things, when you live things, when you actually live things. The Queen of Cups is someone who managed to handle her emotions, who learned how to handle her emotions. Okay. Six of Swords. Wow, 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 wow. Moving away from emotional unfulfillment, moving towards more calmer waters. But you look at this kid here, he's on a boat at the edge of a waterfall. And he's fighting that demon. He's fighting the masks. He's fighting his inner demons at the end of the day. And that mask there looks very scary, but he's not afraid. He's in warrior mode. He looks like a little Rambo, actually, to me, to lighten up the reading a little bit. But he's at the edge of this waterfall. But he knows he can fly. He doesn't care. He decided to be as mutable as water and have faith. Just believe. Just believe that something good is going to come his way. Something good is coming his way. And again, the promise of a new life. The promise of a new life. The promise of creating something better for yourself. So this could be you, or this could be the person you are dealing with that is moving away from an emotionally unfulfilling situation. And moving towards this. The Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups to me is very much a marriage card, a family card, emotional abundance. You look here, there is this couple. They look a little bit odd and stuff. People might consider you and your partner a little bit odd. Maybe they when they first see you, they think, why are these two people together? Maybe there is a huge age difference between the two of you. Maybe there is different styles. But only the two of you know how much you are compatible. And look what they have created. They have created this beautiful kid here that is very empowered and is very intuitive and has this, it's again trusting your gut and going with your gut, trusting your intuition. There is a huge sense in this reading of trusting your intuition. You might be dealing with a Pisces because of the moon card here. It just crossed my mind right now. You might definitely be dealing with a Pisces here. If you are, or if you have Pisces in your chart, I strongly encourage you to go to the Pisces reading, because we had the Seven of Cups in the Pisces reading, and we had the Death card, and the Death is kind of the equivalent of Les Morts. Although in the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, the Les Morts card, okay, so I just pronounced it card with a French accent. I'm sorry, guys. I also speak French. I've actually studied in France, so it's kind of tough for me to switch between the two. I speak a little bit of Spanish as well, so for example, I cannot switch between French and Spanish. I understand Italian, yeah, I kind of speak a bunch of languages. Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups. It has been a tough journey to make it to here, okay? Either someone has been staying in a relationship just for the kids. This could be a message just for someone out there, okay? And maybe they weren't so compatible, but someone got pregnant and they had to stay there just for the kids, but they are moving away from that and going towards something that is more emotionally fulfilling, or they are moving away from the battles. The Nine of Wands, this is the wounded warrior battle. Look at this card. He's surrounded by the swans and he's fighting the darkness. He's finding the darkness. This hat makes me think of a witch's hat, right? He's fighting the darkness. This darkness has no face, but it has a hand reaching towards him. This darkness can reach towards anyone. Anyone can identify with this individual because he doesn't really have a face. We are all fighting our inner demons. We have to fight those. We have to fight against the emotional unfulfillment with the Five of Cups. Don't cry over spilled wine. Life is too short to do that. It's not a matter of finding someone to live with, but finding someone you cannot live without. So I feel that there are two messages here for two different sets of people, because, well, this is not a private reading, this is a collective reading for Virgo, or this could be, parts of it could be for you, or and parts of it could be for the person you are dealing with. So there is one scenario in which someone maybe have been staying just for the kids in a situation that might have not been at the end of the day so emotional fulfilling, because you have these 3 cups here that are upside down, and it makes me think of these 3 cups here that are upside down. Crying over spilled wine, something that is emotionally unfulfilling though, okay? And then the 7 cups, that is confusion. The 7 cups of confusion that we got right here. 3 plus 7 equals 10, right? And someone is moving away from that, and they are ready to battle all of the naysayers in order to go for their true fulfillment and for their heart desires. Okay, there is another situation in which someone is deciding to listen to their intuition. There is going to be information that comes out in both cases, right? That is going to lift that confusion, and someone is deciding to trust their intuition, fight all of the demons, fight, have the courage to be brave and fight. Have the courage, no matter how wounded you are, just fight. Just have the braveness to fight whatever comes your way, Virgo. And to me, the 5 of Cups is also a card that speaks about abandonment issues. Maybe someone is thinking that they are abandoning a home, but it hasn't been emotionally fulfilling. Okay? And they are afraid of divine judgment. How can I abandon this? But you know what God wants, and the universe, they want you to be happy. That doesn't mean you need to go through life hurting other people, but this also doesn't mean you're not going to be rewarded if you continuously sacrifice yourself. Okay? Life is about being happy. It's not about a constant promise of sacrifice. So if you constantly sacrifice yourself and you didn't live, I'm sure the ones that constantly sacrifice themselves for others are going to be judged because they didn't know how to have a balance in life. Okay? So there could be someone that is moving away from all of this, or is brave enough and is moving to something that is emotionally fulfilling. And someone that they cannot live without, because it's not about living with. Let's keep pulling some cards here, guys. Let me have another sip of my coffee. Tens are about completion. Sacred Clown, a new beginning. And as I say that, the Sacred Clown, the Fool card comes out. You see behind him there is this sun. This is the new sun. A very powerful sun. Sun is a representative of happiness, of optimism, of vision. It's a promise of vision. The Fool is a new type of energy. People look at him and it's like, look at this crazy person, what they are doing. You know? There are a lot of traps along his way. You can see them down here. But he has the enlightenment that he needs. He's surrounded by this powerful white light of protection. He's protected because his heart is pure. And he has learned how to throw fire and how to share this fire and the happiness with others. If you make the right choices, if you make the tough decisions, if you decide to leave behind whatever has been emotionally unfulfilling, you are promised a new beginning filled with happiness, with joy, with vision. It's a promise of optimism. It's definitely a promise of optimism here. Okay, let's move on. The King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. We had the 9 of Wands, now we have the 10 of Wands. Someone has been carrying these heavy burdens around for a very, very long time. They have been fighting the battles. They have been carrying these burdens. Maybe someone has been working too much. This is a sense of, this to me can be a card of someone being a workaholic, someone trying to make a living the hard way. This individual is so battered, it's all covered in bandages. Here, this reminds me of, in this deck, the Nine of Swords has exactly the same symbol, which to me represents the unknown, represents our fears, represents those thoughts that we have and that we are afraid of. You know, guys, we create thousands of scenarios for one situation because we are trying to avoid danger, right? This is how we are built. This is how we are creating. This is how our brain works at the end of the day. But most of those fears that we have, they will never come true. Maybe 1 out of 1,000 comes true. Okay? But most of them, they never come true. But we have them there, and that stops us in our tracks many, many times. But this individual is very battered. He looks like the bandages that he's wearing, he's almost a mummy. It makes me think of that. But he's ready to drop the burdens. He has been walking through the desert. There is a scorpion here trying to attack him. It's full of skeletons all around. And he doesn't know in which direction to go. He doesn't know. But again, tens are about completions. Maybe something that looked good on the outside with this 10 of cups. Actually, it wasn't like that. It was more like a very burdensome type of situation, because we have here the moon. The secret is out. If everyone from the outside was seeing you as being in a gorgeous relationship and oh my god, they are such a beautiful couple, the reality is it wasn't really. It was burdensome. It wasn't that. So the reality comes out, the truth comes out with the moon card. Then we have the King of Swords. This individual is ready to make a decision. This, if you look at his face, he is strong, he's in his power. There's this monkey here, which is a bit weird. But this individual is ready. He knows what he wants. He knows in which direction he's going. You might be dealing with someone who has a military background, or you could have military background, Virgo. This could be someone in the law enforcement. This could be a lawyer. This could be a counselor. This could be a judge. Okay. But this is someone definitely who's ready to make a logical decision. Here is not about emotions. Here is about making a logical decision in which direction you should go and how to drop those burdens. Maybe you are hiring a lawyer to, or maybe someone is hiring a lawyer to advise them, or someone is going to a counselor for advice, for help, therapy. 7 of Wands, oh my god, a lot of defensive cards. Someone has been very, very, very defensive. Someone has been very, very, very defensive. You see, with this card, we just see this wands coming towards this individual, and this individual is trying to defend himself from them. But the thing is, now the question is the following. We don't see from where this wands come from. Is it a real threat, or is it an imagined one? Is he attracting this wands towards him, or is it a real threat? But someone has been very closed off and very defensive. Someone has been in warrior mode. Someone has been ready to fight, maybe ready to stand up for what they believe in. And that's not a bad thing. When you are ready to stand up for the things that you truly, truly believe in and the things that your heart desires. But is he attracting those wands towards him, or is he really defending himself from them? You are promised absolute abundance and a new beginning in love. This is what you are being promised, Virgo. There is a new beginning in love. Look at this beautiful lotus flower here. Look, I look at this card and all I see is light, is happiness, overflowing of emotions. You are going to be very happy. Maybe there are going to be tears of joy coming out. You are finally being rewarded because it seems to come from God. It seems to come from above. That cup has grown roots there, has grown very, very deep roots if you look at this image. It's very grounded. There is no chance you can spill this one. There might be an overflow of emotions, but there is no chance you can spill this one or you can lose it now because it's stable, it's grounded. And you are going to be able to share this abundance, emotional abundance, with your partner or with someone else or with your family or with your friends or with whomever you want to share it. This is so beautiful. I love the Ace of Cups. Actually, Pisces got the Two of Cups, another gorgeous card. These are some of my favorite cards, as you guys can tell. And Pisces got the same damn card. My God. The Princess of Pentacles, the promise of building a new life. But in order to be able to do this, you see she's pregnant here. To me, the Princess of Pentacles, it's an individual that learns how to create things from bottom up. To me, the Page of Pentacles, it's a card of being a student, a traveler. But it's someone who is relearning how to do something. Relearning things. Not being afraid to learn, not being afraid to start all over again and to create a new life. You see she's pregnant, you see the divine eye that is watching, you see this growing here like a tree. You see this growing here and look at her skirt, she has stars on it. Freaking wish fulfillment. This new opportunity in love, this new fresh start in love promises you a new life. And you have a sense of newness, whatever was in the past. Whatever was in the past, just leave it in the past. Let things come towards you because they might be very good. They might be extremely, extremely good. Let things come towards you, Virgo. Accept them. Life has an ebb and flow. And that's exactly what Le Mort card talks about. Life has an ebb and flow. Sometimes you are up, other times you are down. It's not a constant line. You are promised wish fulfillment, Virgo. Look how happy she is. She's sitting there all pretty, dressed in black. I actually like this card. I like how she's dressed. She seems to have this mask on. I also like her shoes, to be honest. Makes me think of Louboutin shoes. Anyway, this is like my girly fashion type of thing that just came out. Look at those cups that she's holding. Look at one that she's holding. To me, that's like a very yoga type of symbol, or like when everything is okay. Could be someone saying everything is all right, you know, everything is great. That is also a symbol that I've seen many times in the religious paintings. How God is, how Jesus is holding his hand. And behind, you have this beautiful bright sun. Again, a promise of absolute happiness. The beautiful bright sun that is ready to shine light on you, as it was here earlier on, and it was shining light over this reading. The Nine of Cups is absolute wish fulfillment. You have moved away from emotional unfulfillment. You have moved away from this Five of Cups. You have fought your battles. Now it's time for you to shine. Now it's time for you to be happy, Virgo. You deserve it. You genuinely deserve it. Just trust. Have faith. You are worth this. Whatever is coming your way, you are worth it. This is something you are worth having. This is all I had for you, Virgo. I hope most of you are going to resonate with this, and drop me a comment below and let me know how this fits in your situation. I will be very grateful if you guys like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, this is all I had for you for July 2020. I'm actually looking forward for all of this in my life as well, because I'm a Virgo. So yeah, I'm gonna see you next time, but until then, good luck, love and light.